This problem here is similar to the one we did the other day. You're given the equations of the asymptotes, and you're given a coordinate on the graph, and you need to find the equation of that hyperbola. So there's some important information that I need to figure out here. So first of all, I'm just going to sketch this graph. Okay. The graph has slopes of negative 1/3 and positive 1/3, and it goes through. Maybe we should find the center first. So we're going to find the center. Okay, so finding the center, we want to intersect those two lines. So, so I'm going to find the center. So I'm going to make 1/3 x plus 4 equals negative 1/3 x plus 2. So I end up with negative 2 equals 2/3 x. So I end up with x equals, it looks like x equals 3. Okay, and y equals, when I plug y back in, I get x equals 3, y equals, oh sorry, wait a minute, this is going to be equal to negative 2. So x equals negative 3, y equals positive 3. So at negative 3, positive 3, there's my center of the graph. Okay, so then I'm going to sketch in my asymptotes here. So I have a positive 1/3 asymptote here. I have a negative 1/3 asymptote here. Okay, and the y-intercepts are going to be 4 and 2. That looks about right. So I have, in this case, an A and B ratio, but I don't actually know what A and B are. Okay, so we actually have to solve for A and B. So I'm just going to set it up like this. I know that my A to B ratio, I know that's equal to 1 to 3. Okay, that I do know. I don't know that I can't say that B equals 1 and A equals 3. That's not true. But I can say it's a 1 to 3 ratio. Okay, so I'm just going to sketch my box and, let's just do it like that. Okay, so I'm just going to use the 1 and 3 ratio, and I've got that. So I know it's got to kind of either go like this, and we don't know if the vertex is going to be here or out here. It's in some kind of proportion of that. The other thing is, I don't know if this is trans x or y. So I actually have to figure out where this coordinate lies. So if I were to estimate, this is about 6 times 1.7, so this is about 10.4. No, this is going to be minus, so this is about 7, 7. So if I go to 7 over, 7 up, it's kind of hard to tell exactly where it is. So I'm going to actually test this. Okay, so this is one where I'm going to have to test. So I need to test the trans. Okay, the way I'm going to test the trans is this. I'm just going to put this point, it could be here, I don't know. Somewhere in there. So I'm going to test the trans by actually plugging in my x coordinate into my equation and seeing what the y coordinate is and compare it to the y coordinate that I know here. So I'm going to plug it in. I'm going to go y equals 1/3 times 6 root 3 minus 3 plus 4. So my y value works out to be 2 root 3 minus 1 plus 4, so plus 3. So when I work out this coordinate, this is going to be about 3.4 plus 3, so about 6. This is approximately, I'm going to say 6.5. Well, 6.5 is there. Okay, the coordinate that I have here, this x and y coordinate is going to be above. So it's going to be above that line. That means then that since it's above, it must be trans y. Okay, I cannot draw trans x through that red point. Okay, so that won't work. So this establishes the fact that it's trans y. So what information do I have so far? I've got my A-B ratio, I've got my center. Okay, let's highlight the center here so that I don't lose track of it. I've got my trans y. I think I have enough information to at least start writing my equation. Okay, so my equation is going to start looking like this. It's going to be x minus -3 squared over a squared. So I don't really know what a squared is, so I'm just going to write that as a squared right now. Minus y minus 3 squared. That's going to be over b squared. And again, I don't know what b is yet. I just know the proportion 1 to 3. And that's equal to 1, but since it's trans y, it's going to be equal to -1, okay, because of the trans. Okay, so